Good morning. A warm welcome this morning to our graduating students and to all of you who are here for this exciting moment. I'd like to ask you to please remain standing now while we open our commencement ceremony with the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. If there are any babies or small children who become restless, we have an area in the hallway just outside the gymnasium where commencement is being live streamed. Live streaming is also taking place in the multi-purpose room, which is immediately nearby in Perkins Student Center. At this time, please remember to turn off all cell phones. In addition, commencement represents a day of celebration, but also a time of reflection and thoughtfulness. And I would ask that all of us would treat the ceremony with decorum and respect for the accomplishments of our graduates. I would now like to recognize and thank our College Marshal, Dr. David Bender, Associate Professor of Educational Psychology and College Registrar. Dr. Bender. And also to introduce members of the Platform Party. The Platform Party includes Mr. Jay Sidhu, who's our keynote speaker, Attorney David Kleppinger, Board of Trustees member, Mr. Mike Sarago Jr., President of the Penn State Berks Alumni Society, Dr. Michelle Mart, Faculty Senate Chair here at Penn State Berks, and Dr. Janelle Larson, Interim Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Each year, we invite the Chair of our Faculty Senate to bring greetings to you on behalf of the faculty. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Michelle Mart, an Associate Professor of History and, as I mentioned, Chair of our Berks Campus Senate. Dr. Mart earned her degrees at Cornell University, the University of Michigan, and New York University. She is a cultural historian whose research specializes in American foreign policy and environmental history. Dr. Mart.
Good morning. I read a book review this week that made me think about what I would say today. And one line in particular caught my attention. The reviewer thought that the book started off quite good, but then got worse. He writes that the second part of the book, quote, reads unfortunately like one long commencement address. Ouch. The reviewer was criticizing the tendency of those of us up here to string together various cliches and quotes from other people in order to impart some lessons to live by, and even to tell you what to think. I confess that my goal is to leave you with some sort of lesson, but I reject the idea that my intention is to tell you what to think. In fact, I want to do the opposite. I want to urge you to always think for yourself. The pressure to follow the crowd or to do what's popular is nothing new, but that pressure is more powerful than ever before. Take, for example, two words that did not exist 20 years ago: the verb trending and the noun influencer. Journalists and commentators routinely report on what is trending as if it is equally or even more important to know what stories or people are being talked about than to know anything of substance about the stories or people themselves. The other new word, influencer, is closely related to trending. An influencer not only helps to define what is trending, but their opinions are monetized. They are not only telling us what to think, but what to buy. And in a remarkably circular arrangement, their authority to tell us what to buy is based on their ability to make their posts and other online activity trend. It's important to note that while their authority rests on their online popularity, their opinions are often determined by those paying them to have those opinions, not unlike traditional advertising spokespeople. Whether or not you care what's trending, or whether or not you pay attention to any influencers, I wish for you that as you depart Berks, that we have equipped you well to think for yourself, even if it means ignoring what's trending and what an influencer might be saying. I hope that you had classes here that encourage you to think differently, to challenge, to disagree, not to just go along because your classmates thought one way or your professor thought another. Thinking for yourself, not according to influencers, will at times lead you to difficult choices. What direction to choose, which place to go? The place that is familiar and well-trod by influencers, by people you know, or the direction that might be uncertain, unfamiliar, not already tried by others. I'm not saying this to encourage only idealistic or even frivolous choices, but to base your choice on not to base your choice on what others, be they influencers or friends or family, tell you what to choose. As I indicated at the start, no commencement speech seems complete without some familiar quotation from a wise person, so that is what I will leave you with. One of the best-known poems in recent American history, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, has become an old standard, referred to at graduation ceremonies across the country. Perhaps some of your parents heard it at their graduations. While it's true that some cliches can be overused, it's also true that they are overused for a reason. Frost writes about the proverbial fork in the road that faces all of us multiple times in our lives. I think it's clear that Frost would not choose which road to take based on which one was trending or what an influencer told him to do. He writes, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." May you all have the opportunity to make such choices in the days and years ahead. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Mart. It's now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, J.S. Sidhu. Mr. Sidhu joined Customers Bank as Chair and Chief Executive Officer in 2009. Previously, he served as the Chief Executive Officer of Sovereign Bank and Sovereign Bank Corp. Incorporated from 1989, and then as chair from 2002 until his retirement in December of 2006. He was also the chair and chief executive officer of Sidhu Advisors, LLC, a consulting firm from 2007 to 2009. He is a recipient of Financial World's CEO of the Year Award, was also named Turnaround Entrepreneur of the Year while he was the CEO of Sovereign. In 2016, he was named Financial Technology Entrepreneur of the Year. He has received many other honors and awards, including a Hero of Liberty Award from the National Liberty Museum and Cairn Foundation's Citizen of the Year. In addition, he serves as executive chairman of Megalith Financial Acquisition Corporation. He has also served on the boards of numerous businesses and not-for-profits, including Grupo Santander in Madrid, Spain, and Atlantic Coast Financial Corporation in Jacksonville, Florida. Mr. Sidhu earned an MBA from Wilkes University, where he went on to help establish the J. Sidhu School of Business and Leadership at his alma mater. He is also a graduate of Harvard Business School's leadership course for CEOs. Mr. Sidhu.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Herk, and I will be very mindful and not give a long commencement speech, Dr. Mott. And so most important, it's really a pleasure being here, and I'm really honored to have been invited. So members of the Board of Advisors also, and especially also all the faculty who's made such an impact on the lives of everybody sitting over here today. And most important is really, I salute the graduates of Penn State Berks and the class of 2019. It's really the friendships that you've made over here are going to be everlasting, and you have worked so hard to, and also the family and friends and spouses and significant others who have worked so hard, and including paying tuition for some of you. So please join me in recognizing all the people who made an impact on your life. When you talk about the friendship, please also congratulate the person on your left, the person on your right, and better yet, give them a hug and say, congratulations, buddy. We're going to change this world. So, like you, I was very fortunate to go to a small school here in Pennsylvania, and that was Wilkes University, as Dr. Hilkirk just mentioned to you. And I will never forget that part of the life, and I'm sure you are never going to forget the times that you spent over here at Penn State. I asked my daughter, what should I say? And she said, Dad, don't try to be intelligent, don't try to be funny, don't try to be charming, just be yourself. So here in simple, straightforward way, and in less than 10 minutes, are my beliefs about the top 4 things that matter, in my opinion, for a successful professional life. These are not any principles, but these are simply based upon my life's experiences at Wilkes, as well as beyond, and I hope at least some of you might find them of interest. So first, to be successful in life, you must have a vision or a dream and a plan to achieve that vision. I believe that the future is not something we just enter. The future is something, with God's help, we create. You must visualize and dream this future. If you don't know what you want, mediocrity is what you will get. When I graduated from high school in India, I had a dream about traveling through most of Asia and Europe with an aim of promoting world peace through international understanding of people. But I had no money. And in the pursuit of that dream, opportunities arose, and my roommate and I were successful in hitchhiking through today's hotspots like Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and then on to Turkey, Greece, Italy, Switzerland, France, England, Belgium, Holland, Germany, Austria, Yugoslavia, Albania, and then back to India through Turkey, Iran, and Afghanistan. We found a way to do this over a 3-month period on less than $100 total between the two of us, and we had the best education of our lives. Then I had a vision of coming to the United States to study, and again, I had no money, not even to pay for application fees. So I applied to 42 different universities, pleading with them to look at my application with no fee. Wilkes University accepted me with a full scholarship. I now feel so grateful for that good fortune and feel privileged to be giving back to Wilkes and help take the J.S. Sidhu School of Business and Leadership at Wilkes to an awesome level. Then we set a vision, among other things, to create a bank of the future, headquartered right here in Berks County, Pennsylvania. Fortunately, in spite of lots of odds against us and numerous failures along the way, we have been successful and have today built a bank that helped create at least 30,000 jobs right here in Pennsylvania, provides digital banking to millions of college students across America, and we have partnered with T-Mobile to provide digital banking to Americans like it's never been done before. There were also numerous obstacles along the way. From time to time, things looked hopeless. And I'm sure you will experience that too. But persistence and drive to achieve the vision fortunately does prevail. And those who never, ever give up, especially. Now look at this, hear this story about this visionary man. He failed in business 2 times. He was defeated in local and statewide elections twice. He lost 2 young sons. He was defeated for a seat in the Congress and the Senate 5 times. He was defeated for vice president, and I think you know who I'm talking about, Abraham Lincoln, who became the President of the United States at age 51 and one of the most prominent presidents we've ever had. So I ask you to have a vision for your personal and professional life and pursue that vision with a passion. You are entering professional life at one of the most exciting periods ever, the digital age. It's full of opportunities, so go for it. Whatever is worth doing well, and nothing ever was achieved without enthusiasm, persistence, and hard work. My second belief is that true success in life comes from being emotionally and spiritually healthy, or being an authentic person. I believe that you cannot be a great leader unless you're a great human being first, and you cannot be a great human being unless you are authentic. The same principles that apply to emotionally healthy families, to emotionally healthy and authentic friendships and relationships also apply to teams and businesses. It does not matter whether you wish to pursue a career in business, in government, in not-for-profit, education, law, healthcare, or entrepreneurship or anything else. Your college education has principally developed your IQ skills. Your success in life will be most dependent upon your communication skills, your listening skills, empathy, honesty, integrity, being genuine, constantly seeking feedback, having values and principles that you really live by, or being authentic. So Socrates and Aristotle centuries ago spoke about the importance of self-awareness and knowing yourself. As they say, learn to know yourself and you can stop living with a stranger. Imagine for a moment a person in your life that you really admire. Is that your parent, a friend, a faculty member, or a coach? Ask yourself, why do you admire that person? Is it because they were genuinely trusting? Were they a great listener? Were they always there for you when you needed them? Were they selfless, humble, and yet confident? In other words, were they genuine? They have wisdom and maturity. Wisdom comes from being authentic, from knowing yourself, being truthful, and also, most important, listening to the life experiences of your parents, your grandparents, your mentors, your friends, and also your religious or your spiritual leaders. So I urge you to continue to develop your emotional intelligence each and every day. For me, taking the Dale Carnegie course and the Tony Robbins course had a major impact on my life. There are also so many other things that you can do to continue to enhance your emotional intelligence. The third point I want to make is that you have a future full of opportunities tomorrow. Exceed expectations in whatever you are doing today. People many times waste careers simply complaining about their teachers or their bosses or their partners. Why not look inwardly and excel at adapting to the opportunity you have? Why not commit to doing the best job you can do today? Be the best student in high school and you get the best opportunities in college. Best in college opens more doors for careers. Similarly in life, be the best you can be in whatever opportunity you have in your professional life, and you will get ahead. Also, be the best spouse or a partner, and you will have a terrific family life. Only working hard, working smart, having fun, encourages a good future. So always strive to be authentic and the best you can be today, and you will have a great opportunity tomorrow. Lastly, become a constant lifelong learner and commit to helping others in need. As Helen Keller said, you do not simply want to spend the rest of your life, you want to invest in it. The more one learns, the more one realizes how little one knows. Let's be passionate about our hobbies and our professions. Let's read, let's watch, let's listen, let's see the world, and let's learn from everybody. Let's open our brains to limitless learning and expectations as long as we live. That'll give us happiness, success, and peace. I ask the faculty and the staff to do the same and not just look at teaching students what they do not know in different subjects. As noted by philosopher John Ruskin, he said that education is also about teaching people to behave as they should behave. In other words, let's help develop complete human beings to their fullest potential, not just graduate them with academic degrees. We are among the most fortunate in the world to have been given citizenship in a country like no other on earth, providing possibilities like no place else on earth. But nothing is handed to you. You have the potential to earn it, depending upon your commitment and hard work. Use your education and your success in life, not just for yourself, but to help those still trapped in cycles of poverty or violence. Above all, never lose faith in America and its values of freedom and free enterprise. Its faults are yours to fix, not to curse. So the class of 2019, you have a great life ahead of you. Have a vision about the future. Be authentic. Be a constant learner. Give back to others in need. And work hard, work smart, have fun, learn from your failures and setbacks, and take full advantage of what this wonderful world has to offer. Thank you, good luck, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Jay. Well, we're here today for another important event, which is the conferring of degrees. And so now we move on to that critical moment. Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you know, the legal corporate body of the Pennsylvania State University is its Board of Trustees. This is the body that by our charter is given overall responsibility for the governance, welfare, and other interests pertaining to the university. Representing the Board of Trustees today is David Kleppinger. David was appointed to the Board of Trustees by Governor Tom Wolf effective January 17, 2017. Currently, Trustee Kleppinger serves as Vice Chair of the Committee on Legal and Compliance. He earned his BA from Penn State in 1977 and his JD from Temple University School of Law in 1980. He is Chair Emeritus of McNeese Wallace and Neurick, LLC, a law firm in Harrisburg. He also serves as Vice Chair of the Board of the Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry. At Penn State, he's also a member of the College of Liberal Arts Political Science Department's Board of Visitors, for which he served as chair from 2013 to 2015. We are very pleased that Trustee Kleppinger is with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Hilkirk, and thank you, Mr. Sidhu, for those inspiring remarks for this outstanding class of 2019. It's great to be back on the Berks campus. I was able to see some of you just last summer in July when the Board of Trustees did its annual meeting here at the Berks campus. I can only tell you it's one of the most beautiful campuses in our 24 campus system, and the hospitality and the greetings that we received from the faculty, the staff, and the students was second to none. So you have very much to be proud of as Berks campus graduates. Following up on something Mr. Sidhu said about being a lifelong learner, Penn State is embarking on a strategic plan called One Penn State in 2025. A critical component of that is our World Campus, which hopefully, as you are lifelong learners and lifelong Penn Staters after today, you'll continue to participate in that educational process and be part of our World Campus going forward. But the best news for you today is that I don't have a speech to give. This is a time of celebration for all of your accomplishments, your hard work, your academic success as you graduate today. It's a time to look forward with excitement to the opportunities that await you and to celebrate with your family and your friends and your colleagues. We wish you well on your life's journey. I have a simple official duty today, although one that's very important. And as I was driving here from my home in Hershey, I said to myself, what if my car breaks down today and I don't get there? Someone has to vest the authority in Dr. Hilkirk to confer the degrees. So my official duty, Dr. Hilkirk, by virtue of the authority vested in and as approved by the Board of Trustees of the Pennsylvania State University, I authorize you as a designee of the President to confer on each of these wonderful candidates the degree earned as certified by the appropriate college, faculty, and dean.
Thank you, Trustee Kleppinger, for the board's and for President Barron's authorization to confer degrees for today's candidates. The names of the candidates are printed in your program. I will now call upon Interim Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Janelle Larson, to preside over the conferring of the associate degrees. Dr. Larson.
Will the candidates for the associate degree in the Berks College and from other campuses in the university who choose to receive their recognition at our commencement today please rise? Dr. Hilkirk, I'm pleased to present these candidates who have met the requirements for the associate degrees in their majors.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the associate degree. Please now cross the stage to receive your recognition, return to your seats, and be seated.
Jessica Palmisano, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Callan S. Kress, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Shauna Michelle Cunningham, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Alyssa Marie Miller, Occupational Therapy. Catherine S. Shaner, Occupational Therapy. Would the associate degree candidates please rise? On the mortarboard, we have a tassel. The position is an indication of the person's graduation status. Those of you who are graduating now have your tassel on your right. As a symbol of being a graduate, I invite you to shift your tassel to the left side of the mortarboard. Would all of you please join me in applauding the graduates? You may be seated. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the Berks College and from other colleges in their university who choose to receive their recognition at our commencement today please rise? Dr. Hilkirk, I'm pleased to present these candidates who have met the requirements for the baccalaureate degree in their major.
Thank you, Dr. Larson. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the baccalaureate degree. So that our audience seated at floor level can view the proceeding, I would now ask that all candidates, except those in the front row, please be seated. You will be asked to rise per row as called and cross the stage to receive your recognition, return to your seats, and be seated.
Catherine Rose Georgie, Rehabilitation and Human Services, summa cum laude. Joycelyn Makula, Applied Psychology. Paige Ann Elmy, Applied Psychology. Alexa Jill Lopez, Applied Psychology. Tanya White, Science, Concurrent Major, Applied Psychology. Paxton Taylor Murphy, Applied Psychology. Bethany Grace Kramer, Applied Psychology, cum laude. Angel Dolores Barbara Studvent, Applied Psychology. Kayla Elizabeth Slate, Applied Psychology. Ogechi Monica Operanzi, Applied Psychology. Miana Kazi Alexander, Applied Psychology with a minor in Criminal Justice. Jade Elise Rodriguez Valentin, Applied Psychology with a minor in Women's Studies. Jessica Carmen Del Rosario, Applied Psychology. Joshua Nathan Franklin, Applied Psychology. Brian Max London, Applied Psychology. Layla Aid Omar, Applied Psychology. Eva Sanchez, Applied Psychology. Daniel Castanado Juarez, Biology. Noel David Castro, Biology with a minor in Psychology. Jessica Che, Biology with a minor in Psychological Science. Ella Carmela Nerdovich, Biology. Joshua D. Price, Biology, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Rosalia Muniz Martinez, Biology. Eric Aves, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, cum laude. friend Leanne Stump, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, magna cum laude. Kelsey Maria Kahn, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Michaela Lynn DeLuca, Biochemistry, Molecular Biology with a minor in Psychological Science. Jack Michael Plagueman, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Kevin Douglas Garwood, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Jordana Ruth Davenport, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Paige McKinsey Kozak, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, cum laude. Elise Hidalgo Rodriguez, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Nadia S. Porter, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, cum laude. Kim Gwen, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Mackenzie Elise Fredericks, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Jonathan Philippe Mercer, Biochemistry, Molecular Biology, minor in business, magna cum laude. Jack Tanner Freibel, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, minor in kinesiology, summa cum laude. Jaslyn K. Bogle, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, minor in business, magna cum laude. Alicia Nicole Campbell, Biochemistry, Molecular Biology. Abigail May Tabor, Biochemistry, Molecular Biology. Michael Huck Kwan, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Yan Wong Kan, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Jesse Bussell, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Holly Marie Kearns, Communication Arts and Sciences. Bria Monet Riddick, Communication Arts and Sciences with a minor in professional writing. Lauren Catherine Kirby, Communication Arts and Sciences, cum laude. Bethany Marie Kennedy, Communication Arts and Sciences. Lisa Melanie Roth, Communication Arts and Sciences. Jordan Amanda Yeager, Communication Arts and Sciences. Katie Jean Zaneski, Communication Arts and Sciences. Ahmed Rodriguez Ortiz, Communication Arts and Sciences with a minor in Global Studies. Melanie Estefany Muniz Martinez, Communication Arts and Sciences. Maxwell James Elliott, Communication Arts and Sciences. Xavier Rain Sweeney, Communication Arts and Sciences with a minor in English, cum laude. Aaron Lawrence Hamlet, Communication Arts and Sciences. Dalton Schaffer, Communication Arts and Sciences. Katie Leigh Bowman, elementary and early childhood education with a minor in special education. Molly Patricia Connor, elementary and early childhood education. Ava Elizabeth Darlington, elementary and early childhood education. Jade Mackenzie Fagley, elementary and early childhood education. Brianna Nicole Fanaro, elementary and early childhood education. Michaela E. Fleming, elementary and early childhood education, cum laude. Jade Elizabeth Gary, elementary and early childhood education. Emily Rose Golia, elementary and early childhood education. Alora D. Jackson, elementary and early childhood education. Megan Elizabeth Clan, elementary and early childhood education with a minor in special education. Catherine Brooke Laura, elementary and early childhood education. Taylor C. Ross, criminal justice. Jennifer Maxwell, elementary and early childhood education, summa cum laude. Julia Ann McDonough, elementary and early childhood education. Arden Noel McHugh, elementary and early childhood education with a minor in civic and community engagement. Chloe Ozolowski, elementary and early childhood education. Elena Marie Sullivan, elementary and early childhood education. Brielle Noel Vivino, elementary and early childhood education with a minor in special education. Elena Therese Wells, elementary and early childhood education with a minor in special education. Kayla Marina Witt, elementary and early childhood education, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Wright, elementary and early childhood education with a minor in special education. Whitney Marie Allen, criminal justice with a minor in psychology. Hannah Lindsay Harkey, criminal justice. Michaela Lynn Workman, criminal justice. Sarah Lee Robinson, criminal justice, with a minor in psychological science. Julianne Pantoja, criminal justice, with a minor in Spanish. Monica Pinnell, criminal justice, with a minor in Spanish. Alexa R. Corman, criminal justice. Teresa Gwen, criminal justice, with a minor in Spanish. Caleb Naylor, criminal justice, with a minor in security and risk analysis, cum laude. Michael Newman, Criminal Justice with a minor in Information Sciences and Technology. Tyler Lehman, Criminal Justice with a minor in Psychological Science. Yareli Jimenez Ramirez with Criminal Justice with a minor in Security and Risk Analysis. Bailey Michael McMillan, Criminal Justice with a minor in Psychological Science. John Lewis Wagner, Criminal Justice with a minor in Psychological Science. Zora coming up. Eamon Gizeh, Global Studies with a minor in Communication Arts and Sciences. Keandra Janae Jackson, Kinesiology. Deanna Kate Dodona, Kinesiology with a minor in Business. Cooper Allen Flam, Kinesiology. Jamie P. Dodson, Kinesiology. Noah C. Marucci DePipa, Kinesiology with a minor in Business. Thomas Joseph Ramojo, Kinesiology. Sarah Jane Sofa, Kinesiology. Crystal Lynn Eidelmeyer, Kinesiology. Matthew Joseph Pascalone, Kinesiology, cum laude. Jasmine M. Ragland, Kinesiology. Natalie Ramirez, Kinesiology. Casey J. Matthews, Joe Matthews, Kinesiology. Tyler Campbell, Kinesiology. Jeffrey Andrew Van Ness, Organizational Leadership, summa cum laude. Justin Decker Chen, Information Sciences and Technology with a concurrent major in professional writing and a minor in Security and Risk Analysis. Zachary Godwin, Professional Writing, magna cum laude. Chad Harris, Professional Writing. Dashmeyer G. Chalers, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Nadia Sharutu, Rehabilitation and Human Services with a minor in Psychological Science. Brittany Page Eisenberg, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Allison M. Fetterman, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Matthew Hatfield, Rehabilitation and Human Services. James W. Holmes, Jr., Rehabilitation and Human Services. Jessica Ann Kipser, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Haley M. Knowles, Rehabilitation and Human Services with a minor in Psychological Science. Robert John Pearson, Rehabilitation and Human Services with a minor in Psychological Science. Jennifer Elizabeth Richards, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Okoye Adole Scott, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Lauren E. Stevens, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Melissa Butcher, Science. Manpreet S. Cooner, Science with a minor in Business, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Hensley, Science. Katarina M. Hildebrand, Science with a minor in Psychological Science. Alexandra de los Angeles Jimenez, Science with a minor in Spanish. Samir Ahmed Malik, Science with a minor in Psychological Science. Maria Schwambach, Science. Catherine Mary Washko, Science. Evan Preston Barton, Theater. Taylor Clark Housel, Theater. And we're pleased to recognize Anna Elizabeth Smith, who is receiving a Master's of Professional Studies in Homeland Security from Penn State Harrisburg through the World Campus. Would the baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? As a symbol of being a graduate, I invite you to shift your tassels to the left side. All right, you may be seated.
So, graduates, congratulations on this outstanding achievement. You accepted and faced a number of academic challenges over the last few years, and you have succeeded. And you have justifiably, I'm sure, a great deal of pride in achieving this milestone. I think, as you know quite well, however, without the love and encouragement of parents, family, friends, spouses, as well as many others, it could have been, and perhaps would have been, a more difficult challenge. So now I'd like to ask that all of the parents and grandparents and spouses and children and other loved ones and friends of today's graduates would please stand and allow our faculty, staff, and our graduates to applaud you in gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. For each commencement ceremony, we invite a student marshal to speak on behalf of the graduates. Catherine Georgie is an adult learner who's a native of Berks County and a graduate of the class of 1984 from Reading Senior High School. After a number of years working in a managerial position, along with her role as a mother of 4, Catherine decided to go back to college and pursue her undergraduate degree. And after thorough research, she chose Penn State Berks, and we are grateful for that. She has majored in rehabilitation and human services, and she will enter a career now helping individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities to lead fuller lives through service coordination and individualized care. Today, she stands to fulfill a lifelong dream to become a Penn State graduate, and she also has shared this exciting moment with her daughter, who also graduated just a few moments ago. Catherine.
Welcome to those who have tirelessly supported us in this journey. Our parents, significant others, friends, grandparents, siblings, and even children. Whether you are here in the audience, watching live from the broadcast, or in some cases, like my father and stepfather, who are smiling down from heaven. We, the graduating class of 2019, want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your belief in us. We have successfully survived freshman jitters, midterms and finals, long essay papers, sleepless nights cramming to stand before you today. We have grown in knowledge, compassion, and confidence as we stand tall, clothed in our caps and gowns, to relish in our accomplishments as graduates. Our time at Penn State Berks has been filled with adventures, all leading up to this pivotal moment when those tassels switch sides on our caps. The final prize seemed so far away when it all began. Just like that syllabus that read like a torturous nightmare when you first began your class. But then you work through the process, you gain confidence, and soon it all begins to come together, and you become much more acute on the topics of your courses. Next, you move on to more complex classes, and you finally arrive at this moment in time when you have completed your mission, graduation. Graduation means a completion of studies in the dictionary. But I'm going to challenge you today to not take on this description, but to keep your mind open and never allow yourself to complete your studies, but in all ways, keep learning and keep studying. Ari Panavachi is quoted as stating, "Graduation is only a concept. In real life, every day you graduate. Graduation is a process that goes on until the last day of your life. If you can grasp that, you'll make a difference." He was teaching us the value of keeping yourself open to learning from others, experiences, and books. Celebrate this major stepping stone in your life, but continue to always strive to better yourself, to continue to grow and to learn. Where do I go from here? This is the same question that I asked myself 35 years ago, eek, when I was finishing high school. College would have been a logical choice. After all, I had been dreaming of attending all the way from grade school. But I chose a different path, and I put my dream on hold. I became a young mom, and I have never had even one regret with that decision. But the fire for higher learning was still smoldering. I began my career, and I kept promising myself that I would not give up on my dream. Then my family grew, and work responsibilities became more demanding, and I again asked myself, where do I go from here? I chose to take care of my family and my career, and my dream was again postponed, but it was never forgotten. As my kids grew, I did my best to instill in them the desire for learning and to enroll at a university. So when they graduated high school, their question of where do I go from here was answered with the decision to go to college. My daughter was actually on stage here with us today, and I am so very proud of my Maria. As my youngest of four, Bella, was becoming more independent, the same question came up again. Where do I go from here? It was time to throw some wood on my fire and take the steps towards my journey of a lifelong dream of receiving a college degree. I still remember walking into the admissions office and then completing my first semester with a whole 6 credits. I was beaming when I told my neighbor that I finished my classes, and he looked at me and said, 6 credits? Girl, you got a long way to go. I have worked so hard at achieving this dream at graduating college. I have been out of school for a very long time, and this dream seemed unachievable at times, and yet here I am, nervously giving my speech because somehow, some way, I managed to cross my finish line, and I'm just in awe. To some people, it may seem like just a stepping stone or a piece of paper, but to me, today, it is a lifelong dream coming true. And I am honestly pretty proud of myself, and I feel like I'm standing just a little bit taller, and I am so very happy today. So the infamous question appears again, where do we go from here? Well, I can confidently tell you the answer. We, the graduating class of 2019, we soar, we make a difference, we believe in ourselves, we value others' contributions, we help where and when we can, we give back, we display integrity, we never stop dreaming, and we never, ever stop learning. This is not the end of our journey. It is one of the many steps that we'll take in life towards becoming a better version of ourselves. I want to thank all of those who contributed to making this dream possible for me, and may God bless you all.
Thank you, Catherine. Well, it's not until this moment in commencement that I can introduce our next speaker because his presentation is for Penn State alumni, and you became alumni just moments ago. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mike Sarago, President of the Penn State Berks Alumni Society. Michael is a 2017 graduate of Penn State Berks with a Bachelor of Science in Information Science and Technology degree, and currently he's working on a master's degree in Management and Organizational Leadership. Mike.
Thank you, Dr. Hillkirk. Congratulations, graduates, you did it. My name is Mike Sarago, and I'm here representing the Penn State Berks Alumni Society. The Penn State Alumni Association celebrates your successes and welcomes you into a proud network of Penn Staters. Your Alumni Association is powered by pride. More than 173,000 alumni and friends like you keep their connections to our world-class university strong through membership in the Penn State Alumni Association. Today, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I am honored to share our graduation gift to you guys. by 1 year free membership in the Penn State Alumni Association. Yeah, it's exciting. Your membership keeps you in touch with Penn State and connects you with more than 300 geographically dispersed alumni chapters, interest groups, and college and campus societies. No matter where you live, what you've studied, or which campus you graduated from, you'll have a group that matches your interests. And after graduation, once you've settled, reach out to your local Penn State alumni group. Your Penn State family will be happy to hear from you. And in the coming years, when you visit Penn State, we hope you will enjoy your time on campus and stop by the Johnson office building or the Hintz Family Alumni Center at University Park. With that, we would like to ask our new graduates to please rise. Would all other Penn State alumni in the room please rise as well? It gives me great pleasure to induct all graduating students of the Pennsylvania State University into the Penn State Alumni Association. Congratulations. We are. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, for all of your hard work and leadership on behalf of Penn State Berks and the university. Thank you as well for being here this morning to encourage our newest alumni to remain connected to their alma mater. We have a very talented faculty and staff here at Penn State Berks who have been teachers, advisors, friends, and mentors for today's graduates as they have pursued their degrees. Our faculty and staff are equal partners in today's celebration, and I know feel a great deal of pride over your success. I want to thank them for their commitment to higher learning, as well as their dedication to the success of all of our students. And now I'd like to ask our faculty and staff, role models and mentors of our graduates today, to stand for a moment and allow the graduates and their families and friends to thank them with a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you. We have two other important leadership groups at the campus who are represented here today, and I'd like to ask members of our Penn State Berks Advisory Board, as well as our College Administrative Council, to please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Graduates, there are a number of important stepping off points in life. Today, one of the most significant has just happened as you've earned your college degree. And now, as you heard from Mike a moment ago, you now join thousands upon thousands, actually more than 500,000 of Penn State graduates who for more than 150 years have prepared for career and life success at Penn State, and then throughout their careers and lives have made their alma mater proud. Congratulations to each of you on your accomplishment. And please remember that all of us here, and particularly the faculty and staff who have taught, advised, and mentored you, they deeply need and want to learn about your challenges and successes as you move on with your lives. So please, stay in touch. Come back to Penn State Berks often, and always know that you are welcomed and valued here. And finally, as you've heard already from Mr. Sadhu as well as from Catherine just a moment ago, we urge you to ensure that today not represent the end of your education, but rather a stepping off to a lifelong, continuing commitment to learning, success, service, and discovery. And we wish Godspeed to each of you. A few announcements before we close. First, diplomas will be mailed to the homes of graduates the week of May 23rd. Second, for the first time, Dr. David McConnell provided our music today. Thank you, Dr. McConnell. We are grateful for his special contribution to our ceremony today. Nancy Kurtz has provided interpretation. Thank you, Nancy. And as you can imagine, there's a great deal of behind-the-scenes preparatory work that goes on for a ceremony such as today's commencement. And I want to thank all the faculty, staff, as well as students who have assisted in organizing this commencement. Let's give all of those folks a round of applause as well. Now I'd like to ask you all to please stand. We are going to close today's ceremony with the singing of the Penn State Alma Mater, which is printed inside the front cover of your program. Dr. McConnell will play the Alma Mater through once before we begin singing. Following the Alma Mater, Professor Bender, our college marshal, will signal the platform party to lead the recessional down the aisle, turning right, proceeding to the Perkins Student Center. I ask our audience to please remain in place while the graduates recess. I want to thank as well, finally, our graduates for giving us a wonderful reason for today's celebration. Thank you.
Thank you.